Hi, I'm Gabrielle from our Clientbook marketing team. Today I'm talking with Dan from Dan Martin Jewelers here at JCK. So we're going to talk about a little bit about client communication. So what's your go-to method for client outreach? Like what works whenever you're trying to get in touch with clients after they've left the store?
Well, almost sounds like a setup, but we have this service called Clientbook. So our go-to is texting, whether it's repair pickup or contacting a customer, we're sharing a wish list. They just went in your store, picked out some things.
Yeah.
Smartest thing you can do is get that list over to the boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, send it right away. But text would be our preferred method, and that's mainly because everyone only wants text now.
Right.
They don't really want a phone call.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it's so much faster, so much
Yes.
easier. You don't have to be available right at the same time. So it's so much easier.
Puts your customer on their own schedule. They can text you back when they feel like it or not.
Right.
But we know they got the message.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's also good for accountability. So one of the issues is you do a phone call, you leave a voicemail, you never called me.
Oh, right. Yeah.
When you send a text message,
you've got that proof right there.
yes, it's documented, and now you have another layer.
Absolutely. I love that. Kind of along those same lines, how do you kind of decide when to follow up with a client?
For us, it depends on what we're doing.
Sure.
So if it's like an engagement purchase, we're going to be careful because we don't want to spoil the whole engagement.
Yeah.
But typically, we're going to check back in about 2 weeks after a new purchase, make sure they're happy, everything's good.
Yeah.
You can automate all that through Clientbook, of course, so it does it for you.
Yeah.
Repair follow-up, you get a message for pickup. If it's been a week, you haven't picked up, we might do a second message. It's all done on the templates, so we're not rewriting these.
There you go.
But there's a very kind, ultra nice, which you can use Clientbook's AI for if you want to write it. But you get that messaging out there maybe a week after the first repair pickup.
Yeah, I love it. That's perfect. And then have you noticed that different types of outreach get more responses than others? So like if say you're reaching out because there's an event coming up or because they have a ring cleaning, is there any one of those things that people get more
free
excited
stuff.
about?
It's gonna get like if you're giving away a diamond,
Why didn't I guess that?
announcing a winner for one of your competitions. If it's free, it's hey, even free ring cleaning. You let them know, come in for inspection, free ring cleaning, free's good. See, less popular ones are we need money.
Sure.
That may or may not get a response. but no, typically if we're reaching out for an event, you may or may not get a response.
Yeah.
If it's something more personalized, like with the wish list, or hey, do you want to come in and get your re-inspected? Those things are going to get a bigger response.
Yeah, and you think it's because they're personal and matter to them and it's not just a mass outreach?
Yeah, the world's caught on to us. They know that every company's sending out an automated message.
Right.
And they use their best deduction on if you wrote this for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's what's so nice about the text too, is because people get so many emails from businesses, but I feel like there's less businesses texting. And so it feels more personal.
Yeah, the more you can get in on that text, you take advantage of the templates, adding the pictures, videos, links.
Yeah.
Adding links is a huge one. Doesn't cost any extra. You can tuck in whatever link you want.
Yeah.
It's a much better process for them. And then they like to, if a company texts me, like when I got my car done, the mechanic.
Right.
They text me a video going through my car.
Love that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Way better than a phone call and tell me what the car needs.
Yeah. Walking through all that, you can rewatch it. That's so nice. What kind of links are you sending?
For us, if I know the customer likes aquamarines, it's a link to all of my gemstones, maybe a couple products I send through Clientbook. It might be a link to one of our event pages. If we're doing an event, we send links for sales that we have coming up.
Yeah.
You can send, pretty much anything that we have going on, we will link them over to.
I love it. That's
or
awesome.
even into our social media.
Oh, right.
Follow us on Instagram, leave a review. It's pretty endless.
Yeah.
We just get up to making templates and then make too many.
Yeah, no, and that's so interesting because you've got the links that are very clearly giving value.
Yes.
Here's all the cool stuff. And then here's some that are asking for money, the reviews. So how do you kind of balance some of the more pushy versus the ones that you're giving? Do you know what I mean?
If it's financial or if it's like 911, we need something from them, these are handwritten messages.
Yes.
So they're very personalized.
Yeah.
Versus the other ones, if it's about, if we just want to do like a follow-up for a Google review or something, just a quick template.
Yeah.
And then those, typically those won't get the same priority as the more important, anything that we're sending that has to do with their merchandise is usually number one.
That makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. So what advice would you have for jewelers who are trying to get into this, whether they're trying to get in texting, trying to get better about customer follow-up? What advice would you have for them to kind of get into it?
If they're not doing this, then they're probably not doing enough customer follow-up. This is pretty essential. Between your automated text, you're getting reviews. You need reviews now.
Yeah.
I would assume if they don't have this in the follow-up as phone calls and emails,
Right.
with emails going mostly unchecked and it being very hard to get a hold of somebody via phone call,
Yeah.
I don't think there is another way.
Yeah, you got to do it. How important are reviews in the jewelry industry?
I put them at about 10 out of 10. I
Yeah.
mean, you need hundreds. It needs to be 5-star.
Right.
If you're using Clientbook for reviews, you're going to want to be smart about how you send those out. But thanks to Clientbook, you can actually pick which types of merchandise you want to send the reviews for.
Yeah.
So it lets you kind of personalize it to your store and send those review requests out where they're going to do the most.
For sure, yeah, because anybody who's, they Google around jewelers near me, they're gonna, not only is Google choosing which ones,
Yes.
but they're also looking. Once the ones that pop up, you gotta pop up, and then when you do pop up, you have to have
We could do a
that
whole
number.
another discussion on Google My Business page.
That's right, that's right. Well, this has been incredibly valuable. Thank you so much for sharing your advice on client communication with us today, Dan.
Awesome, thank you. Thanks for having me here.